HVAC people!
All right, so we got a unit not cooling here. I came out a couple days ago and diagnosed the unit. Well, actually it was yesterday. They had another company come out twice and diagnose the unit. They say the first time they told them that they needed a maintenance on it, so they charged them $300 for the maintenance. And the company told them that's all they needed was the maintenance. So, but it still wasn't cooling after they did the maintenance on it. Say they came out a second time and did something. I forgot exactly what he said they did, but whatever they did, it didn't work, so they wanted to get a second opinion on it. So they contacted me, and I kind of found the problem rather easy. But let me hook up my gauge and I'll show you. Oh yeah, so the second time it came out, they said they added refrigerant because it was low, but for some reason they couldn't add any more. I already know the head pressure was probably real high. So, but he said they added refrigerant and it still would not cool. A refrigerant. So it's kind of warmer today than it was yesterday when I came out here. But my pressure yesterday was, it does has a TXV, so I'm gonna show you the subcooling. So as you can see, it looks low. I guess the reason why they said they couldn't add any more refrigerant, because that high side probably got really high. My subcooling is 19 degrees. This is a TXV. So if I can show you the superheat. We got 37 degree superheat. So I'm sure they was adding refrigerant and that suction pressure wouldn't go up any. But the high side probably was going up. So you know the subcooler was like 19, 20 degrees, so that'll tell you right there that it's not undercharged. But let's go in the attic and I'll show you what's going on with it. All right, so this is the unit here. So the obvious problem is, as As you can see outside, it was a 410A condenser unit. Let's see if I can get a shot of this. Kind of hard to read, but this is a R22 TXV. Oh, it's kind of hard to see that. Yeah, the R22. So I don't know what's so hard about. I unwrapped this yesterday to look at the valve, but I don't know why the company, especially if you can kind of see if you got an older coil. So I was gonna, anyway, the TXV, let's see if I can clean this lens. The evaporator coil is rated for a 410A or R22 system. Camera hard to focus today, but so I'm just going to replace the TXV. And we should be fine. So kind of in a hurry, so I probably won't be able to make much video footage, but I'm gonna get it swapped out. I'll probably show it before and after of it. But I don't know what's so hard about diagnosing that. I mean, these come and look at the TXV, because even if you're charging and you got to charge by subcooling, you kind of got to know if you have a TXV or not. So I think they added fish, so it may be overcharged now. Once I change this out, we'll have to see. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. All right, so I got to take it loose here. I don't know if you can hear that, but I am purging to the purge patrol out there. Just because you don't see the nitrogen tank doesn't mean we're not purging now. Sometimes I edit these videos, you don't see everything. Sometimes turn a 4-hour job in an hour, 30 minutes. So calm down. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this right here. So the new TXV, both of them sweat. Well, both ends are sweat, so I'm gonna have to cut this piece off. And the equalizer tube is also different. So we do got a little purge on there, so when I start braiding, no worries, it's gonna be alright this time. It's gonna be alright. So let's see how I wanna do this here. Sweat that little coupling out right there. Oxygen. I got plenty in there. Trying to find out what a coupling that on here. I may want to reuse that coupling. That's why I did it like that. File here. Alright, so I'm gonna have it like that, and then I'll put this. I should be able to bend that straight in there, like so. So I got a wet rag. I'm not putting water on my braids, I'm just cooling the valve down a little bit. should go a lot quicker. Sure I'm set up right. I'm about to bring out my new regulator. This one here still ain't really no good. I think I'm reading like 10 PSI off on that thing. Alright, so I'm good with both of those. This one here, I'm just going to use the existing TXV that was already on here, the equalizer line. Hopefully I can cut this in like in a slant. Still got nitrogen purge on there. Seems like it's almost too high. Hope I'll be able to. So we got, like I say, we got nitrogen purge since this line is so small. There's a lot of pressure on there. So hopefully I can braise it. Might be too much pressure, and there'll be a little pinhole in there. Let me see if I can get it. Like I said, I think that's a little bit too much pressure, but we'll see. Too much pressure. See, it's gonna be a little pinhole in there. See it at the bottom right there. Yeah, it looked like it's right there on that side. Had a good weld on it, but it's a little pinhole, so I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna go turn the nitrogen off, because all I have to do is heat up that little my 15%, and it'll seal that hole up. So let me run down there real quick. All right, so we're gonna wrap this bad boy up right here. Let's see if they say residential don't really matter how you got your bulb, but I always like to put it around the 5 o'clock horizontally. Tighten that one up a little bit more. I think sometimes you can just hold these up against here and get it started. As long as you insulate it good, it can be on the outside. Then I'll come back and insulate it. I got some insulation tape I'll wrap around here. All right, let's go put the filter dryer in. All right, so while I got that vacuum going, put a new piece of insulation on there. I had a little extra piece, so I didn't quote it on this job or anything, but I only had about, on my truck, another 6 inches, so I would insulate that pipe for him, but I honestly don't have it. So, in this unit here, it's a 410A also, and I looked at that other unit, it has a R22 TXV. I seen it last time, but they're gonna do one at a time. But the downstairs does cool, okay. But like I told them, it'd probably be a lot better and more efficient if they get the correct one on there. So I'll come back and do this one day. All right. All right, so I have pulled my vacuum. All I'm gonna do is release the charge and see if we need to charge it up. We're gonna charge it up by subcooling. So we're gonna see if I need to add or remove some. So I'm gonna release it. I like to release mine liquid first. And then I always put new brass caps whenever I do any kind of work to the system. All right, so we'll put that back on. Oh, hope I don't lose that. Whenever I replace a system, I always like to keep these too, just in case I lose it. Sometimes that key by a leak, put a little nylon or something on there, it'll be all right. Instead of replacing it. All right, so we got standing pressures at 287. You can see that's a TXV in there, that's why it's not equalized yet. All right, so we got both of them open. 282 and 235. Let's put this cap back on. Hey, that's the right cap. And the right cap is I got two. So I guess that was just sitting on here. That's not the right cap. So I think I got a nut on there to fit this. I unscrewed it off. Oh. Alright, anyway. So let's fire it up and see what kind of pressure we got here. That suction pressure now though. I'm gonna have to get a Target subcool. It says suction pressure much higher now. It has to run for a while though to equalize. I mean to I'm at 7.4 on the subcool. I'm gonna go get my other temperature probe so I can check superheat at the same time. But you see it's running. We're about 2 minutes now. I'm gonna come back at probably about 10 minutes. Then when we first started, my suction pressure was like 105. I think about 105, 110. Something like that. So you see the difference of that TXB already. All right, I'll check back with you. All right, so I'm gonna call this one good. I have about 8 degrees subcooling and about 15 degrees superheat. It's asking for a about 10 degrees subcooling plus or minus 3, I think. But I'm gonna call that good. I end up having to pull out probably about almost 2 pounds. It was overcharged. So, but we're gonna call that one a wrap. I gotta run, move on to the next one. All right. All right, so I say 63, and you kind of go by the thermostat if you want to. You get your return temperature. I got 69, so you do the math. I think that's about 16 degrees. Or you can get it right here. Probably best to get it up there at the unit, but plus or minus 2 degrees, I think. So I think I said 63, take away 79. Yeah, 16 degrees. All right, so I'm gonna call this a winner. Like I said, if y'all like this video, please like and subscribe, share. If anybody can learn anything from it, trying to get a lot of these youngsters to take HVAC as an option for a career. All right, so we set that back to 74. They should be good to go.